Hello and welcome to Tom's Garage Fix, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to change your car battery. Now, what are the signs that your battery may be going bad? Well, I'm going to talk to you about those, what causes the battery to go bad, the signs that your battery is going bad, and how much an average battery will cost to replace. And you can easily do this in your home, in your driveway, at home. So these are the tools that you're going to need to complete the job. A 10mm, a 13mm, ideally an extension, and you're going to need your ratchet as well. These are the only things that you're going to need to do when you're doing the job. And one last thing, gloves. If you have any rubberized gloves or any sort of like scuba gloves, gloves to do the work with, then it is highly recommended, in my opinion, that you wear some sort of protection on your hands just in case the battery does go off and you do get electrocuted, which you do not want to happen. So make sure that you're wearing some safety gloves. Take 7. So we're going to go ahead and locate where our battery is. Now, this service panel would be on your vehicle. It simply goes on top of there. You slide it to the left and it comes off, pretty self-explanatory, like so. To find it, it's just left of the brake reservoir. If you're facing that way, then it is to the right of the driver's side steering wheel on the left-hand side. So this is the negative terminal and that's the positive terminal on the right-hand side. They're clearly demonstrated because this one is black, that one is red, black for negative, red for positive. You can go and take these terminals off of the battery right here, but it's much easier for us to go ahead and take off this rubber trim right here and this plastic trim right here. So then we can reveal everything that's underneath this, and it's going to make our lives a lot easier when we come and take the battery out. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to need to remove this rubber trim, and we're going to need to remove this plastic. Simply pull it off like so. Remember to put it somewhere where it's not going to get lost or anything like that. Let's just throw this to one side. And so this plastic bit here, you're going to have to pull it towards you and then lift it up. So we're just going to pull it. Be careful not to hit the brake fluid. Take that out like so, and then we're just going to put this to the side. And now we're revealed our compartment for where our battery is located. So now that we've taken the plastic cover off that covers all of this up, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to head and take the negative and then the positive terminals off of this vehicle. As in the beginning of this video, you're going to need a 10mm socket, like so. So what we're going to go ahead and do is make sure that we're twisting anti-clockwise to get this bolt off. Be very careful and make sure that you're wearing gloves. So that's our negative terminal. Move that to the side, and now let's go ahead and take the positive one off as well. Be very careful. Give it a little twist and a tug. And now we're going to just make sure that this is not going to be touching that battery terminal, because if it does, it may spark and it may cause a fire. So what we're going to go ahead and do is make sure that we put it somewhere secure. So let's just tuck it down here for now until we move on to the next step. So now that we've taken both of our terminals off right there, what we're going to go ahead and do is there's one more bolt down there that's holding this battery in. I'm just going to show you right now, that bolt right there. So for this part, you're going to need to put your extension on, and you're going to need to get yourself a 13mm bolt. So what we're going to go ahead and do is, if you have to move things out of the way, go ahead. We're going to place our socket on there, and we're going to slowly undo it. Once it's to the point where it is undone, go ahead and take your socket apart, get your extension, and just put it down there and undo it by hand. Okay, I am happy that this bolt simply comes out. You just give it a pull, and then we're going to go and put this bolt somewhere safe. So now that we've gone and taken the bracket out of its necessary positions, we've gone and taken the positive and negative terminals out, we're going to go and take the battery out. Now, I will say that this is a new battery already. I already showed you the old battery in the beginning of the video, but that was just for some demonstration purposes. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and slide this towards the passenger side, and then we should be able to just lift it out. Make sure that your positive cable, if you tucked it away, is not in the way of the battery by any means. So we're going to go ahead and slide it towards the passenger, and it may be a little bit tricky to get this out, but don't worry, it will come out. So on the left you can see that I have my old battery, and on the right I have my new one. I deliberately took my new one out so I could show you guys how easy it is to put a new battery in and take an old battery out. Now I'm going to be talking about what causes your battery to go bad, how long your battery lasts and what the signs that you can tell that you're going to need to replace it. So one of the causes of premature battery wear is hot and cold weather. If you live somewhere where it's very hot or very cold, then it can prematurely cause the battery to go bad within a 2 to 3 year period. Now I'm going to talk to you about the signs that you know that your battery is going bad. One of them is the terminals. You look at the positive and you look at the negative, and if they are very corroded, if they're heavily corroded, they've got some sort of brown metal on them, then that means that your battery terminals are not connecting to the connectors on the battery correctly, and that means that it's giving your engine less power than it needs, the electronics in your car less power than it needs, and therefore it can go bad. You can take the terminals off, give it a clean, make sure you have all your safety equipment and use a wire brush, and you can clean the terminals and it can fix your battery. If that doesn't work, then another reason is a slow starting motor. I'm going to demonstrate this with the new battery. Once I put the new battery in, I'm going to demonstrate to you guys how quick this car fires up once I put my new battery in. A slow start, which means that your car's cranking, but it's taking a long time to start, could mean that your battery is going bad. Most modern cars on the dashboard have a battery warning light. Mine worked, but mine didn't go off, and this just indicates that the battery is going bad. If you see that light, then you're going to need to change your battery. You can pick a new battery up, depending on what you pick, for around $150, $170, give or take, depending on what you get. You can get on the cheaper end for around $140, $150, or you can go all the way up to about $200 just for a regular car battery. I chose one that's kind of in the middle. It has a 5-year warranty, and so I know that it's going to last about 4 or 5 years, give or take, because of where I live. Another reason that you know that your car battery is going bad is when you go to start the car, all the electronics look good, everything looks fine, but it's constantly going it's doing that extremely quickly, but it's not turning over at all. The lights are flashing on the dashboard. That means that you have a bad battery. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the new right battery back in the car. I'm going to start up the vehicle, and I'm going to show you how quick the startup is now that I've got my new battery in place. So now that I'm in the vehicle, I'm going to turn the ignition on, open the garage just in case. It's always good to do that when you're starting the car. And now I'm going to show you how quick this thing starts up after replacing the battery. Ready? So now that I've demonstrated and showed you why you should change or need to change your battery, we're going to go ahead and place our battery back in the car. Make sure that the terminals are negative to positive. And let's go ahead and slowly place our battery back into its housing. Make sure that there's no wires in the way. Our battery is now in place. We've slid it all the way to the right. So what we're going to go ahead and do is put our bracket back in. We're going to get our 12mm extension as well. We're just going to unclip it. Going to place this into position. So now that once we've hand tightened that, we're going to go ahead and grab our socket, and we're going to go ahead and bolt this down. Once that's bolted down nice and tight, what we're going to go ahead and do is replace our 13mm bolt to undo the bracket, and we're going to go ahead and replace this with a 10mm. Once you've finally found your 10mm, because we all know that they go missing, go ahead and place your negative on first. Make sure that you give it a twist and push it down at the same time. And then go ahead and get your positive and twist and push down at the same time. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is slowly do these up. Now that they are securely on, now that we know that now they're not going anywhere, we're going to go ahead and replace this entire section with the plastic cover that we took off earlier. So now that we've put the battery back in, now that we've bolted it back down, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and grab our plastic cover, and what we're going to go and do is simply slide it in and make sure that this is all tucked underneath this plastic cover by the windscreen. It may take a little fiddling here and there, but we're going to get this back in. So now that I'm happy that this plastic cover is back on and is secured on, we're going to go ahead and replace the rubber trim that goes around the side. Now that I'm happy that this is all on, there's one last thing that we've got to do, and that is we've got to go ahead and put our battery cover back on. And that is how you change your battery. It is simple as that. If you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoy the video, please give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and make sure that you keep all up to date with my future videos. I hope you found this helpful. Have a good day. If you liked the video, please go ahead and click the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can keep updated with all my future videos.